Hi, it's me again. Come on in. Come on in and set a spell with us. Miss Nala's on the floor behind me. You can't see her, but I'm sure she'll eventually make her appearance up there on the couch. How you been? Did you have a great New Year's? Uh, Mine started off a little weird. I gotta tell you, but I don't see it as a bad omen. I actually see it as a good omen. Had a plumbing issue in the house yesterday. Well, actually, Friday, I had a plumbing issue, and but the text from my builder came out yesterday on Saturday, and they took care of it. It was just a minor leak under the kitchen sink, something that needed to be tweaked from the new build. A few other little troubleshooting things were taken care of to avoid any future problems under my sink. So I take that as a good sign because that is very minor. It got taken care of immediately and I could get on with my day. So I did. I started taking down some of my outside Christmas decorations. I stripped everything off the porch. And before I could put it away in my shed, I had to move around all these big tubs of things that I still have out there. And I broke a nail. I literally ripped that nail off. As you can see, I redid my nails. And yes, this one is a different color. It's a pink versus everything else being red. So it's a very slight difference, but it's different. That one I'll fix after I'm done moving the rest of the bins. No point in fixing it now. What I did fix today, though, was I fixed quiche. I fixed myself an absolutely decadent spinach with sausage and cheese quiche, because a lot of you were asking for spinach quiche. And it happens to be one of my favorites. It's a recipe I can make with my eyes closed. And I mentioned to a couple of you to keep your eyes open because that recipe was coming at you. And it's coming at you today. But guess what's coming first? Temu! My first full order of Temu has arrived. And I do have to tell you, a couple things in here were an issue. Temu is nothing if not consistent and consistent with issues. But we're going to go through what's in here. So I hope you brought a beverage. Come on in, sit down, relax. Let's see what I got from Temu. And I'm not going to do these in any particular order, but I will put the prices up on the screen. If you want the links for any of these items, just ask. I don't know if I'm going to have a chance to get the links into the description or not. So just leave a comment if you want the links. Okay. First item, $2.27. This is an apron. Very boho. This is a nylon apron. Adjustable strap on the top. Comfortable ties. Pocket on the front. Kind of hard to see the pocket, but there is pockets. Hold on. Let me get in here. There we go. Let me put it here. Pocket. So you can put your hands in there, put your recipe card, whatever you want to put in there. I prefer the canvas or the cotton aprons, but this one was just really too cute and I had to have it. Not too bad, right? For a couple of bucks. I'm not disappointed. Yeah, I'm really not. I'm actually pleasantly surprised how well it is made. It does have the nice backing, the liner on it, so nothing will get through it onto your clothes. And I like that it's adjustable. This is one of those one size fits all that'll fit you. It'll fit me. It'll fit. Oh, look, there she is. Didn't take her long. She knows. She knows. Look at the face. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Nala. She's like, who know me? I'm not doing anything, Mom. $2.27 for that. That was a good deal. All right. $4.73 for this, but I was refunded with tax. I think the refund came out to be like $5. I ordered 8-inch taco pans. You've seen me bake with them, or I made the weird apple pie in the taco shell containers using wraps as the crust. Well, I figured, you know what? I really wanted to have a set of 4 because I only have 2. I wanted to have a set of 4 so that I can make more and freeze more and not have to make 2, wait till they freeze, take them out, wrap them up, grab 2. I just wanted to have 4. So I ordered 2 more 8-inch ones. But this is what they sent me. Not even close to being 8 inches. These are cupcake size. There's 2 of them. These are itty bitty, as you can see. If it was 8 inches, it wouldn't fit in my hand like this. These are only classified a 3-inch shell. So obviously, when I saw this little package that it was in, I'm like, why did I order that? That's small. And when I opened it, they're very nicely made. They're just like the bigger ones, but they are seriously small. $4.73 refunded. Before I requested the refund, I went back and looked at my order, and it specifically said large 8-inch is what I had paid for. And the price, that's what I had paid for. But I got sent completely wrong ones. Did not have to send it back. Was refunded. And they said, we'll give you that one-time exception. You can do a refund without the return. So I took the credits so that I could order something else. Why am I not surprised? Why are you not surprised? Okay, let's see what else we got in here. Hairbands. 31 dark colored hairbands for $1.16. My hair is super fine. Even with the perm in it, it is still super fine. I have like baby fine hair. These are the cloth ones that will not tear the hair, will not catch on the hair. But once I use them, because I have to wrap them so many times just to hold my hair, that they stretch out. So I go through a lot of these, maybe use them twice, and then I have to replace them. But 31 for $1.16, and they do come in a variety of colors. I just got what they called the darker blend, I think they had dark number 1 and dark number 2. And I got the ones that had a couple of red ones in it and a couple of beige ones, but everything else is browns and very earthy tones. Not a bad deal, right? That's one thing I will say about Temu is that they're usually their hair clips, their hair ribbons, that kind of thing. I never have a problem with that. All right. I am Team Sponge. $3.83, and this is a 5-pack. My scissors here. My hand feels so weird missing that thumbnail. And I didn't want any of you, when you see it in the cooking video that I'm going to show you in a couple of minutes, I didn't want any of you to think that I lost it in the batter. It literally ripped off in the shed and went flying. It's somewhere in the shed. Okay. I like real sponges. I do not like foam. Foam does not absorb like a real sponge does. So I got the real sponge with the, what we all know is like the Scotch Brite scrubby type thing on the back of it. It's a pack of 5 for $3.83. I think the last pack of 5 that I got from Temu was back when I was in Arizona, probably almost 2 years ago, because I got it. I've been in Alabama for a year already, and I got them about a year before I left Arizona. So I don't do a lot of dishes by hand, which is why these last a long time. But as soon as they start to get to the point where like the sponge is coming off in pieces or it's just not getting clean, I'll give it one wash in the dishwasher on the top rack. And yes, you can put these in the dishwasher to clean them, guys. I'll give them one wash. And if it doesn't come up usable after that, I toss it and I go on to the next one. But $3.83 for 5 in the grocery store, you're going to pay $3.83 or $4 for 2. That's a good deal. And now that I had to reorganize under my sink, well, I didn't have to, but I did. After the plumbing repairs got done, I did reorganize. Nice to do that because I am reorganizing little areas at a time around the house. The longer I live here, the more I'm like, okay, I need to change this or change that. Living in a tiny home has its challenges if you're a person who likes to hang on to things. I don't. I have never been a materialistic person. As long as I have what I need and what I will use, anything else is going bye-bye. It's getting donated. One of the things I'm going to be doing in the next week or so is I am going to be going through my entire closet. Now that I've been in here for almost a year, I moved in last year, a week before my birthday. So in about 8 weeks, it'll be a year that I've lived in my tiny. I am going to go through my closet and everything I have not worn in that year through all those seasons is getting donated. And I don't plan on replacing what I'm donating. Not at this point, because I'm still, my weight is not going back up, but it's not going down. I've, that plateau. So in keeping with the organizing, I decided to get some more twist ties. Twist ties, cable ties. But I got the green ones because I can use these in the garden. They'll be less noticeable when I wrap them around the vegetable stems. I can also use these for tying up some of my lights and my cords for storage. Zip ties come in handy and they're cheap enough. 93 cents for 100 of these. I don't care how many times I use them and I have to cut them off and use another one. Not at 93 cents for 100? That's crazy. I mean, that's okay. Let's say with tax, that's a penny a piece. $1 for 100. It's a penny a piece. I'm not worried about it. They do come in different thicknesses. You can get them in different mills. You can get them in different lengths. I just got these smaller ones because that's all I needed. I know this order is weird, right? It's all over the place. It's mostly household, I would say. Interior and exterior household. It's a little bit of both. Okay. 100 clips, cable clips, $6.36. And when I say cable clips, when you hang lights outside or you hang lights anywhere, these are what the hooks look like. You see how they're open? You put your cord through there. So I had nothing to hang my cords on. I can even use this for garland, right? The things I want to do next Christmas outside, I figured I will get these after Christmas a lot cheaper than before Christmas. So 100 of these. They've got two-sided tape on the back. I can use these to hold the garland. You won't see them because they're clear. I can use these to hold any kind of extension cord, not the big heavy duty ones, but the regular household extension cords. As you can see, you can just clip things right into there. And there's 100 of them, so I'm not worried if they fall off, if they snap off, if they don't stick properly. I do have my two-sided tape, which I get from Temu, and I absolutely love the two-sided tape I get from them. But $6.36 for 100 of these guys. And yes, I'll be using these inside the shed as well as different areas around the yard. Okay, what do we got else in here? I know there's more. $4. This is a sifter. It's a flour sifter. Now, I used to have my grandmother's, the big metal sifters with the cranks on the outside of it, but unfortunately it got rusted and damaged beyond use. It had to be close to 100 years old. I'm going to be 70 in March, and I've had it all my adult life. My mom got it from my grandmother. She got it from her mother. That thing was old. So I said, all right, I need to get a new sifter, but just a small one. So I got this. And this is a squeeze to sift. Can you see the inside piece moving when you squeeze it? Got a very, very fine screening on the bottom to sift. This is perfect for recipes where I want to sift my flour to make it finer, which is one of the things that I will be doing when I make my homemade noodles. If I haven't decided if I'm going to get the semolina flour, because semolina flour is typically what most store-bought noodles are made out of. But you can also make them from regular all-purpose flour. But either way, I like to sift it and make it as thin as possible, so it's not gritty. It's just perfect. So this is also good for applying powdered sugar. If you are making something and you like a donut or whatever, and you want to sprinkle just a little powdered sugar on it, you put it in here and squeeze it, and it will dust whatever you're using. So perfect little thing, not super big, $4, very thick, pretty solid. I'm actually really happy with the quality of this. It's not too bad. We'll give it a try and see how it works. That's all I can do, right? Is just give it a try. All right, let me get this stuff out of the way here. Oh my goodness. Okay. My house smells like quiche. Just saying. Let me pull the last couple of things out of there. All right, that bag is empty. Move it over here. We'll use this as a trash bag. Okay. 2 more things in this order. It was not a big order, but remember, I shop with a certain budget. Right now, Temu has me at a $25 minimum order. Because I changed my account, the account I had since day one with them was under my own personal email, my own personal name. When I went back to Temu a month or two for Christmas, I changed it and signed up using my channel name, Connie's Little Corner. Well, they didn't realize it's the same person, and they refused to recognize that I'm the same person, even though the email address that they send things to me, both email addresses are reflected on the account, and the address is exactly the same. So, and even, I mean, Connie with my last name as opposed to Connie's Little Corner, they refuse to acknowledge I'm the same person. They're still saying, nope, you're not that person. You're a new person. And new people have to have this. I've asked them to reduce or waive it, and they haven't. But because of things like those tins and what I'm about to show you, I get credits, and the credits help me. So this was $5.52, 100% refunded because they printed it incorrectly. This is a personalized canvas apron. I'm showing you the back of it first. All right. It does not have an adjustable neck, but it does have a big enough neck that you can get around it. But I had requested that it said Connie's Little Kitchen. And when it came, all it says is Connie's. Connie's what? It just says Connie's. So I sent them a picture of my order that clearly showed personalization was to read Connie's Little Kitchen. And it was not over the amount of letters that I was allowed. It was under the amount of letters that they allow you to have for printing, but it was printed improperly. I got an immediate refund. It was told I did not have to return it. So it says Connie's made with love. So I guess it can be Connie's anything. Am I going to reorder it? Maybe. But not from this place. because they did not print it right. And it's not the first time I've had a problem with personalized items. Most time when I get a personalized item, it's because they spell my name wrong. Even though they look at how I have it typed, they don't put it as I type it, and they decide to correct it, either leaving out an N or leaving out an E. Will I use it? Probably. I mean, it is a decent canvas type apron. I'll probably use it. I'm just not happy. I'm not happy. So if you do happen to see it in a video, just know I'm using it out of necessity. Because now I have, well, one of the aprons that I got is actually going in the kitchen box, guys. I'm not telling you which one, but now I have 3 usable aprons, so that when one is in the wash, which the one I used this morning, I immediately put it in the hamper. That's just the way I am. I don't want to leave it out. Okay. And you know, I checked the personalization on that order before I placed it. Probably 5, 6 times I kept going back to check it, and I still didn't do it right. And the last thing I have is a kitchen scale. And this is a teeny tiny, ultra thin kitchen scale. Why? Because the nice one that Eunice and Bree gifted me from SuperBuys, it fried. Literally, it went, and all you could smell was that metal, that hot metal smell, that burning smell. And I'm thinking, okay, that's probably why it was in their return pallets, because there was a problem with it and it wasn't working properly. But it did work for a little while, and I was happy with it until it fried. And then I tried using it on batteries instead of on the plug, but it wouldn't even turn on. It was history. So I got this one, $8.11. Now, this one claims you can weigh items up to 22 pounds on this. I did put the batteries in it, and I did check it to make sure that it worked. So to turn it on, it's just a press and hold, and then you can set your unit. I have it set for pounds, LB, but you can change to, that one is ounces. You can do ounces. You can do milliliters. You can do grams. You can do kilograms. But pounds and ounces is what I'm going to use. Primarily, I'm going to use ounces. All right. So I'm squeezing on it. And because I was squeezing on it, it's showing. Now it's 0. All right. So to tear it basically means that you're going to 0 it out. So you hit tear, and it will 0 it out. And we'll see how much the scissors weigh. The scissors weigh 0.18 of an ounce. So I'm pretty happy with that so far. Hopefully it'll work properly. Just press and hold to turn it back off again. It's got a decent sized surface. It's got the protection on the legs so that it doesn't scratch your surface. It takes 2 AAA batteries, and it's got a little hook so you can hang it up out of the way when you're not using it. It's very light. This whole thing itself probably only weighs an ounce or 2. Pretty nice. So we'll see how it works. I'm hoping that it works well for me. It did come with instructions, which I just dropped on the floor. And the instructions are in English, which is wonderful. It gives you French, Italian, English, Dutch, German. DE is German. Korean, PT, oh my gosh, Greek. It gives you like 10 or 15 different languages. But for English, it doesn't say ENG, it says UK, which United Kingdom obviously is an English-speaking country, so That's the instructions I'll go with. These. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty nice little thing. I like it. Okay. That's the Temu order. It took 17 days to arrive from the day I ordered it till the day it was delivered, and it was delivered yesterday. It took 17 days. Believe it or not, on the very same day, I had ordered something from local warehouse, and that still hasn't come. So local warehouse, I don't know why I paid $2.99 shipping for local warehouse. Well, I don't know if I actually had to pay shipping because of the cost of the item, but for that to be delayed from local warehouse and for international direct ship from China to beat local warehouse, guys, I don't know. I still don't hold much hope for Temu. You know, what they're promising and what they're delivering are two different things. Yeah. Temu has not, in my opinion, they have not improved. The prices of these items, I find them to be basically reasonable. But there were a few things that I have coming from Whatnot that were cheaper on Whatnot, even with me having to pay the reduced shipping or the shipping costs from Whatnot. It still worked out to be cheaper than what I could get them on Temu. So I have 3, maybe 4, two regular orders from Temu with multiple items, and then a single item coming from local warehouse and a different single item coming from a different local warehouse. So we'll see what happens with that. I also have an order coming from SuperBuys, not big, I think 3 or 4 items, household items. And our family member, Darla, had her first show Friday night at 9 Central Standard Time. I saw a lot of you there and a lot of other shops there because Darla is like me. She moderates at shops on Whatnot to help them out. And everyone was there to give her support. I did get 2 items from her. I acted as her moderator along with Jessie from UltraAuthentic. And I'm impressed as to how well Darla did for her very first show ever. So when I get those 2 items, I will give you the full skinny on the show, and I will use my 3-star rating, and we will evaluate how she did. And keep in mind, even though she'd been a moderator for other shows, she's never done one. She's never soloed or sold on Whatnot ever, not even as a helper. Like, for example, Jesse has his mom in the background as a helper, and she shot Madam President. So she has actually actively participated in doing shows. So when she did her own that I reviewed, it wasn't her very first show ever. She had done other shows. But Darla, boy, I got to tell you guys, she stepped out of the box on this one. So girl, I know you're watching, but you got to be patient. When I get my goodies from you, that's when you'll get your review from me. And I've already warned her, just like y'all know, I can be nothing but honest. I can be brutally honest sometimes, but I will always try to be 100% forthcoming and honest and explain to you why I rate something the way I do. Now, my spinach quiche, that rating, oh, that's platinum, honey. That is platinum. I am giving myself 5 stars for this. Wait till you see this recipe. You have got to check this out. Right there. Now, I tend to like mine a little bit more spinachy, which is why I use the full 10-ounce bag or 12-ounce bag, however big it is, of the spinach. If you wanted a little more eggy, a little lighter, you can add, because as you can see, there was room when I poured it into the shell, there was room for a little more. You can add one more egg, one more teaspoon of flour, and a half cup of milk. So for every egg, in other words, it's an egg, a teaspoon of flour, and a half cup of milk. I made my recipe with 2 eggs, 2 teaspoons of flour, or teaspoons or tablespoons. What did I make? Tablespoons. Sorry, tablespoons of flour, and a full cup of milk. So 1 tablespoon, 1 egg, half cup of milk, if you want to add to it. You can also just reduce the amount of spinach you put in. You can reduce the amount of cheese you put in. You do have to make sure, the most important part of this recipe is that you have to make sure you squeeze all the moisture out of the spinach, because if you don't, your quiche will come out wet and soggy. It'll taste terrible. It will not hold together. It will not blend together. And the cheeses will not melt into the eggs properly. So as you can see how much water I squeezed out of that packet. If you want to use fresh, you can use fresh, frozen, or canned spinach. If you use canned spinach or frozen spinach, you're going to heat it in the microwave because it's obviously already cooked. You're going to heat it and then work diligently to drain it. If you're going to do it on the pan, do not use butter. Steam it in water. Use a frying pan, but steam it with water to cook it down, not butter. Butter will completely change, and not in a good way, the taste of the quiche. And I made my mistake of doing that and sauteing the spinach and then trying to strain it. It adds too much salt and it makes the spinach flavor really overpowering. So no frying, no sauteing, steam or microwave. Okay? Any questions? Any concerns? Anything about anything? Just drop a comment down below. But that's it. Short, sweet little video today. I've already had my piece of quiche. That was my breakfast. Oh, so good. And I guarantee you that pie full is not going to last but a couple of days, because I don't care. I'll eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's just good. It can be frozen. Put it in it, let it cool completely. Put it in the refrigerator, let it cool, let it solidify a little bit more. And then you can put a serving in a Ziploc bag, pop it in your freezer, microwave it for 1 minute to thaw it and warm it up. Make sure you microwave it. I always put a paper towel over it to absorb any moisture that comes off of it so that it doesn't get like a soggy crust. Yeah. But it's easy enough to warm up. If you're only refrigerating it, it's only going to take 30 seconds to a minute, depending on your microwave, to bring it up to where it's just the right temperature. You don't want it super steaming, and you don't want to overcook those eggs because it'll start to cook in the microwave, and you don't want it to cook. You just want it to warm. Okay? So depending on your microwave, mine has a setting for warming. I just put it in on warm. I tell it what it is and I put it in on warm, and it works beautifully. So there you go. Another recipe from Connie's Little Kitchen. Okay, guys, that's it. Her Highness has adjusted her position a few times. She's obviously very disappointed that nothing has come out of the package for her. I haven't really shopped for any dog stuff. She's got everything she needs. So most of that is in the past. Every once in a while, if she does need something different, or if I'm running low on snacks, I might shop for a little something for her. But onward and upward, right? We are closing in on our 90 days together. On the 15th of January, it'll be our 90 days together. On the 15th of January is also when I start the 25-day Advent calendar, so to speak, countdown to her birthday, because her birthday is February 9th. She and I are both hitting new decades. She's going to be turning 10 in February. I'm going to be turning 70 in March. Who would have figured? You guys aren't tired of me yet? You're not tired of this old lady yet? Anyway, big thumbs up. Let's hide that thumb. Big thumbs up. Yes, I'll fix it before the next video. Don't forget to hype this, get it out there. Thank you for all of you that do. Thank you for your donations, for your support through Buy Me a Coffee, through your super thanks that you give me. You guys are just absolutely amazing what you do to help support this channel. I can't believe your generosity, your thoughtfulness. I'm keeping you. I'm sorry. I'm keeping you. And anybody new that comes into the family, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to keep you too. So you come on in. Your girl here is always going to take care of you. What's the next recipe you want? Do you want the chocolate chip cookies? Maybe? Do you want the hash browns? I know y'all want my auntie's lasagna recipe. When I get the maker for my noodles and I start making that, you'll get the recipe. So be patient on that one. Okay? Yeah, we got a little ways to go. But in the meantime, stay hydrated. Above all else, please stay sweet, and we will catch you, when she wakes up. Bye.